Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wine Wednesday. Happy Wine Wednesday. I am your host, J. Tom Gunter, owner of Super-Tuscan Publishing. Hey, what up, everybody? I am so happy to be here for another episode. Happy Wine Wednesday to everybody. I'm super excited to be on this episode because I feel like we're gonna have some fun. But before I get into like the wine and stuff, I gotta say, man, when you're in the middle of this whole just beginning of raising a kid, especially your first one, you kind of get stuck in that mode of where everything is focused on this little bubble now. I'm not working right now outside of home, and so everything's about like getting the baby to bed on time and feeding them and all that stuff. And so you get stuck in this bubble. Your normal reality that was around you before, that other bubble is no longer exists. So you kind of lose touch, and you finally you lose touch, and you also are not kind of plugged into what's going on outside of this. Plus, you lose some of your normality, your stuff that you normally do. So I want to thank everybody who's been tuning into these Wine Wednesdays and Wine Steals of the Week for the last 3-4 weeks that I started back. This is kind of giving me a nice sense of normality. It's like something I was doing prior, and I'm still in the midst of doing it, and I'm enjoying doing this for you guys. And I just want to thank you guys for supporting me. But anyway, yeah. With that being said, you're not here for all that. You're here for the wine. Before I get the wine, I want to let you guys know this Valley of Heart's Delight, this book by Jafari Joseph, book I published last month, I believe last month or the month before. I published it. I edited some of it. I looked at it, and it was great before. But like this book is so good that I've read it 5 times again since I published it. If you haven't gotten a copy of this book, go grab a copy. You can go to grapesandSand.com or the link in my bio. You can grab your own copy. It's an awesome book, and if you're looking for a good weekend read, this is the book for you. The Valley of Heart's Delight from Jafari Joseph. But not here for that. You're here for the wine. So let's get into the wine. Today we're in Tuscany, and we're talking about Super-Tuscan. We're talking about the Philip. 2013, so this has some age, 10 years old, from Messer, and this is 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. Well, Cabernet Sauvignon as they put on the label. So this is based off of Philip Messer, original grape grower from back in the day in Tuscany, who this is named after, Messer, the label. A man amongst men, a writer, a grape grower, just a guy who had a lot of respect in Italy, and this wine I hope is going to reflect it. I'm excited because I am a huge Tuscan fan. This one is using Cabernet Sauvignon, as you heard, so it's not going with Sangio, but a lot of Super-Tuscans, most Super-Tuscans actually are using more of the French European varietals, such as Merlot, Cab Franc, stuff like that. So along with some blends that introduce Sangiovese back into the fold. But anyway, let's get right into this wine. On the nose, so I get black cherry. I get a little bit of black licorice going on here too, and a little bit of like a cumin spice. There's a secondary of like a flintiness, like kind of like a smokiness here. I get black plum. There's a charred cedar note here too. A secondary of black olive. A secondary of black pepper. White pepper. There's also like a kind of like a teriyaki beef jerky thing going on here too. As you know, I'm a beef jerky aficionado. It's one of my favorite things in the world, and so sometimes it comes out in the nose. And there's a bit of nutmeg lingering. Let's go ahead and taste and see if everything translates to the palate. It starts off with this kind of tart cherry thing up front, black cherry. Transitions into the mid palate. You get a little bit more of kind of like this. It gets more on the kind of the plummy side, along with some kind of pepper in the third quarter, and more of an earthy tertiary notes going on in the third quarter. Kind of a flintiness there too that extends to the finish, like almost like liquid smoke. But not that. The finish is quite long. I'm gonna get into the structure in a minute. Let me continue with the flavor profile. Black cherry definitely lingers. On the third quarter to the finish, there's like this kind of like bitter seed thing, but it's not overwhelming. It's very well kind of absorbed by the nice fruit that extends to the finish. This does not dip in the mid palate like some Tuscany wines do. Specifically the ones that are Sangiovese heavy, because sometimes the structure has a little bit of a hollowness in the mid palate, but this one does not have that. Let's talk about structure. Great mouthfeel. Oh, that pepper note is starting to kind of rear its head on the finish too. Long finish. Tannins are there. They're the bottom side of medium plus. So this is approachable. Acid is medium. There's a bit of blueberry that's starting to pop too in the second to third quarter. It's a beautiful wine, elegant wine, a wine that I think if you leave open is going to kill it. It's a beautiful wine. I highly recommend this wine. I haven't had a Super-Tuscan in a while, and this one is just making me want to go back to them. I love this wine. I'm sorry, maybe I'm not expressing it as much as I love it, but I really, really love this wine. Yeah, that finish is super persistent. If I'm going to score this one, I think... Stay tuned. Wine Wednesday will be right back. If you like poetry, I have 2 books for you from Grapes and Sand Publishing. We have Voice of Truth, and then we have Thieves in the Night. Go check them out. Go to grapesandsand.com or click on the link in my bio. Cheers, guys. Now back to the show. I'm going to go 91 plus on this wine. I'm going to get some more of these bottles. I'm not going to tell you where I found them because it's Wine Wednesday. So it's not about pricing on Wine Wednesday. But there was a deal on this. And so I should have probably waited till Wine Still of the Week. I just didn't know how it was going to taste. So yeah, this is a really good bottle of wine. And if you really want to know where you can find it, you can go ahead and DM me and I'll send you where you can find this wine at. But I highly recommend it. And other than that, guys, hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I hope this is a perfect episode to get you over the hump day into the rest of the week. And yeah, keep living, keep doing what you got to do. I have a lot of projects coming your way soon, so stay tuned. And guys, until next time, cheers. Oh, question of the day. So if we're talking about Super-Tuscans, there are some different styles of Super-Tuscans. If you know about Super-Tuscans, what is your favorite style? Are you more on the French heavy wines that are Super-Tuscany, or you want the ones that are more balanced with Sangiovese? So more that are Italian, more Italian in it, or a little bit more of the French style Super-Tuscans? I know I've never asked that question, so I'm just curious. And if you have a label that you think is amazing, please leave it in the comments so I can go find this and taste it myself, guys. Until next time, cheers. So now that this bottle's been open for quite a bit of time, I'm starting to get a little bit of this like kind of black tea thing, and I really dig it. It gives it a little bit more complexity. And also, I didn't tell you, this is more of a full-bodied wine, red wine. Cheers.